Have you ever asked yourself what's the difference between HIIT and LiSS training? We're gonna find out, so stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. So my name is Marc Dressen, you're watching MDTV, and today we're going to talk about HIIT training and LiSS training. So first of all, what do these abbreviations mean? HIIT, you probably have heard it a lot of times because it's everywhere in the media, means high intensity interval training, and LiSS means low intensity steady state. Now let's have a look at each of them. Let's take, for example, a bike, and that's why I'm in this room, because I thought it's easy to understand. You can use the same piece of equipment for both sort of types of training. Now, high intensity training, for example, is you jump on the bike and you do a 10-second full out, means sprint in terms of everything you got for 10 seconds. And full out means if you're still able to go after 10 seconds, you're not doing full out. Full out means you really blast everything you got for 10 seconds, and then you give yourself 20 seconds to 30 seconds rest, and you go again. You do that 10 times, and then you've got sort of maybe a 10-minute to 15-minute workout with a high intensity sort of interval training. Just bear in mind, you need to do a proper warm-up before that. So all in all, the high intensity stuff, it always is advertised with very short time in the gym, but you need to, I would always suggest do a warm-up and a cool down before that. Now, to round all of this off, who's high intensity interval training for? I would say not for the actual beginner, because to put so much strain on your body, if you're overweight or you just start out, it's a bit too much strain on your body, so ease yourself into all of this stuff and then you keep going. Now obviously you can do this high intensity stuff not only with a bike, I just used the bike as an example because it's easy to understand. Okay, now we go to LiSS, low intensity steady state. Now this is something most of you guys and probably the whole fitness industry knows is the thing. Let's take the bike again. You jump on the bike, you put on one intensity, like I don't know, whatever intensity you want to go on, and then you keep going for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. You know, you see people on these machines going on the same pace over and over again. And that is, now when you ask science, you would say, well, you know, HIIT training is better because you have this afterburn and this epoch effect and all that stuff and blah. Yeah, that's all true. But all of these trainings, just bear in mind, it's not good or bad. They both have their place, whatever you do. So if you train for a marathon or if you train for a triathlon, you will need to spend time on the bike. There's no need to do HIIT training because you will, at the end, you're not gonna just ride the bike for 10 seconds. So make sure that whatever you do, whatever purpose you have and what goal you have in your life, make sure you fit these sort of training styles around it. So bear in mind, I always say that there's not this thing of good or bad training, there's always the purpose for where training fits into. Okay, so let's round this up. High intensity training is basically, you know, short intervals, very high intensity, and you have a little break and you keep going and you repeat that between 5 to 15 times depending on your goal. And then low intensity steady state LiSS training is a low intensity between 50 to 70% of your maximum heart rate, and you keep going for a long period of time. Now just bear in mind, both of them have their place in your workouts. Just make sure you know what you're doing and why you're doing it. Yes, so that's basically it. If you like this video, you know, just hit the like button. And I would be interested in what kind of training are you doing? Do you actually do LiSS training, like the low intensity stuff? Do you do high intensity training? How do you use it? And let me know in the comment box. I'll be really interested in that. And yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next video. And as always, thank you for watching.